Here I have the footage of a girl coming closer to the camera, and I need to add something like a flower hanging down from the mouth of the girl. So I will get the flower image that I prepared in Photoshop without a background, like this. I'll zoom over. I have to scale it down before I do the tracking. So I'll go like this. Alright, and what I need to do is change the anchor point so that it's down below, and also change the rotation so that it goes like this. Alright, and I wanna put it like this and maybe make it smaller. So that's what I want to do. I want this flower to follow the motion of the girl. So I'll select the girl, double click, and I need to track points that don't get obstructed throughout the movie. The best areas to track that I found with this footage are the corners of the mouth. Alright, so this corner and that corner. You have to try several areas. You can try the eye, for example, you can try the nose, but what I found best are the corners of the mouth. So I'm gonna choose track motion, and that's the first part. I'm gonna choose scale because she gets closer to the camera, and therefore I have a scale change, and I'll put it there. I don't have any rotations here, so I'm gonna leave the rotation out. And I'll analyze forward, and I'll see that the track points follow the motion of the mouth edges. I'll choose edit target, flower, and apply in X and Y. So now I'm gonna deselect and hit play, and I'll see that she's actually gonna have that flower. Alright, now when she gets closer to the camera, I see that I have an offset. So all I have to do is change the anchor point a little bit so that it sticks properly. And one thing I can do is animate the anchor point. So at the end I see that it's good, but at the beginning it's not. So I will create a keyframe here and a keyframe at the very beginning. And just move it up and a bit sideways. So I just have two keyframes for that, at the beginning and at the end. And I see that it follows perfectly. Alright, I need to blur out a little bit this. So with the flower selected, effect, blur, and fast blur, so a value of say 1.5 is good here. And what else? I might need to brighten up because the sun is hitting from that direction and this looks a bit dark. So effect, color correction, brightness contrast, increase the brightness a little bit, and the contrast. And there I would have her holding a flower with her mouth. So that's how I would track whenever I have something scaling up. Alright, now here I have a little glitch. Yeah, whenever I do that, I would add keyframes manually. So I would go to the anchor point, I would add the keyframe, I would move to the next frame, I would fix it, I would jump to the next keyframe, I would fix that, and I would continue. Okay, so now I think the glitch is gone. Okay, so that's it. One last thing I want to explain about tracking is this. I'm gonna go back to the original footage that we had, the LA footage, and drag it onto a new composition, and get back the reds from here. Another way we can pin the reds over the gap sign is this. I would select this layer, and under track motion I'm gonna choose, instead of track type transform, I'm gonna choose perspective corner pin. What this will do is give me 4 track points that I will pin over the corners of my rectangle. This procedure is good whenever I have something like this. So whenever I'm going to analyze this, these 4 points will actually track the corners automatically, and not only that, they will actually scale down the reds layer automatically so that it fits these corner points. So if I hit apply, I will see that automatically the reds will take up the form of that. Alright, let's reduce the quality so that we have more frames to play with. So that's more automatic than the first way we did, where we had to add the corner pin manually. This one will add it for us automatically. So that's a very good thing whenever we have sign replacement like this, or we have rectangular forms going in perspective. Okay, so that's it about tracking. Next we're gonna talk about creating planets in outer space.